I'm here. I'm in Acts 27. Paul's sailing to Rome, so I'll skim through the first few verses to just. Uh, they sailed for Italy. There was a guy named a centurion named Julius, and he took on Paul's friend Aristarchus, a Macedonian, lived in Thessalonica. Next day, they sailed from Sidon. Julius was kind, the centurion, to let Paul go off the ship, and his friends there to give him his needs, like food and stuff. They sailed along the places. We moved along the coast. Difficulty to Fair Havens, a town Lassia. There was difficulty traveling. There was a storm brewing. Okay, and it was a day of atonement, a long day of atonement. I don't have time for that. Anyways, what we call Yom Kippur. So Paul warned them, because he had visions, that there was going to be a great loss if they kept sailing in a great storm. But the centurion, Julius, didn't listen to him. He listened to the captain. They sailed on along Crete, facing both southeast and northeast. They wanted to land at a place with a gentle wind. It fooled them. Probably everything I've got here, and they started out to ship again, and then the winds quickly blew against them, and they went along the shore, and we were hardly able to keep the lifeboats secure. They put ropes under the ships, and then it says along here, along the sandbars, they were traveling. On the third day, they threw the ship's tackle, everything overboard, scared. We finally gave up all hope of being safe. After they had gone a long way, Paul stood up and said, I had a vision. Don't worry. You should have took my advice. I had a vision. Everyone will stay together. Last night, an angel told me this, but we all must stay together. You must stand trial, that I must stand. The angel told me before Caesar. So we're all saved. We all will be saved, but stay together. So keep your courage, okay? And nevertheless, we must run aground the island, Paul said. On the 14th day, we were still across the Atlantic Sea. The Midwest, the sailors sensed that there was approaching land. They took the soundings, how deep they were, fearing that they would be dashed against the rocks. They dropped the anchors in an attempt to escape from the ship. The sailors put the lifeboats, and Paul sensed it and said to the centurion, so they cut the ropes, because he said, we all must stay together in my vision to stay alive. They cut the ropes so they wouldn't take off. The soldiers cut the ropes. Just 33, just before the dawn, Paul urged all of them, the last 14 or so, to eat something, because they haven't eaten for 14 days. They all ate something. They're full. When they had eaten and breaking bread, much of them, hang on, I'll stop it there. I'll stop it at, I'll stop it there, which is verse 34, or 32, I'll just stop it, which is, the soldiers cut the rope so they wouldn't take off. I'll take on the next half later.